Let me ask you something. When you were a kid, did you ever come home after school? To a completely empty house? You unlocked the door yourself. The house was quiet. Too quiet. Backpack on the floor. TV on for noise. Microwave humming in the kitchen. And for a few hours, you were on your own. If that was you, stay with me. This might explain more about you than you realize. And if this already feels personal, just comment, "I had the key." You'll understand why by the end. In the 80s and 90s, millions of American kids grew up this way, especially in Generation X households. Both parents working. No constant texting. No one asking how the day went at 3:30 p.m. Psychologists later called them latchkey kids. From after school until dinner, you were the adult. At 8, at 9, at 10 years old, you made your own snacks, did homework alone, handled fear quietly. And you told yourself something simple. I'm fine. But here's what most people miss. When a child learns to say, "I'm fine," too early, it doesn't just become a phrase. It becomes a personality. There was always a tiny moment, right after you walked in. A split second, where you wished someone was there. Someone to say, "How was your day?" But no one asked. So you stopped needing to answer. And that's where hyper-independence begins. Not from confidence. From adaptation. Your nervous system decided, if no one is here, I don't need anyone. That belief followed you into adulthood. Now look at your life. You're dependable, responsible, calm in chaos. People rely on you. But do you rely on anyone? Be honest. When you're overwhelmed, do you reach out? Or do you isolate? When you're hurting, do you open up? Or do you say, "It's not a big deal"? If you're realizing this is you, drop a quiet "same" in the comments. You're not alone in this. And here's the part no one talks about. Being alone felt scary at first. But over time, it felt safer than being disappointed. So your brain made a rule. Don't expect help. Because expectations lead to letdowns. So you became the strong one. The reliable one. The low-maintenance one. The one who never asks for too much. And now, you're tired. Not physically. Emotionally. Tired of always being the stable one. The mature one. The one who handles it. Here's the hidden pattern. You struggle to ask for help. You feel uncomfortable, depending on people. You downplay your needs. You feel guilty for wanting reassurance. Not because you're cold. Not because you don't care. But because being alone once meant being safe. At 9 years old, standing in a quiet kitchen, you learned, if I don't handle it, no one will. That belief never left. You didn't just learn how to be alone. You learned not to expect comfort. And when you don't expect comfort, you stop asking for it. Even when it's available. Even when someone loves you. Even when you need it. But listen carefully. Your independence is not a flaw. It's proof of how adaptable you were. You survived emotionally. Without supervision. That's strength. Real strength. The problem isn't that you're independent. It's that you never learned how to be supported. And here's the shift. You're not that child anymore. You don't have to emotionally walk into an empty house. You don't have to carry everything silently. Strength isn't doing everything alone. It's knowing when you don't have to. You can keep your independence. And still let someone ask, "How was your day?" And this time, you can actually answer. If you came home to an empty house after school, if you grew up just a little too fast, if you're tired of always being the strong one, comment, "I had the key." Because that sentence carries a whole childhood inside it. And if this explained you in a way no one ever has before, share it with someone who had the key too. They'll understand instantly.